In Umuokwe village, the sound of rain was believed to carry messages from the gods, blessings, warnings, and sometimes curses. When it rained that season, it did not bring comfort. It brought whispers. Whispers about a woman heavy with child and an old woman whose kindness was too sweet to be true. Her name was Uzuoma, and her belly was round like the harvest moon. Her husband, Ezekiel, was a hunter, gone often into the forest to feed his family. The people loved Uzuoma. She greeted every elder, shared laughter with children, and offered kola nut with both hands. She was light itself, pure, joyful, and full of life. Then came Mama Nwama, the old widow who lived at the edge of the village, a woman both feared and pitied. Her compound was quiet, her goats thin, her firewood always burning even in the hottest sun. Some said she spoke to shadows, others said she fed them. But Uzuoma, innocent and kind-hearted, saw only a lonely woman. One morning, as the market buzzed with voices and trade, Mama Nwama called out softly, "Uzuoma, my daughter, come and rest. You carried the future in your womb, and the future must eat." Uzuoma smiled, touched by the tenderness in her voice. She followed the old woman to her hut, where the air smelled of herbs and smoke. Mama Nwama cooked soup that shimmered with oil, soft yam pounded smooth like cloud. "Eat, my child," she said. "A mother must never be hungry." Uzuoma ate. That night, she dreamed of crawling ants. They filled her plate and crawled into her mouth. She woke up sweating, her baby kicking hard, as if it wanted to escape. Ezekiel calmed her, whispering prayers. But the dreams continued, each night stranger than the last. The women of the village began to notice Uzuoma's change. Her eyes grew hollow, her laughter faded, and her steps slowed. When she fetched water, the calabash trembled in her hand. One afternoon, she went to the stream and met Mama Nwama again. The old woman smiled that same warm smile. "Ah, my daughter," she said, "how is the baby?" Uzuoma hesitated. "It kicks too much," she said weakly, as if it is afraid. Mama Nwama's eyes glinted. "Fear makes the child strong," she said. "Come, let me give you medicine to calm it." She brought out a small gourd tied with red thread. "Drink this at midnight. Do not tell anyone. It will give your baby peace." Uzuoma thanked her, not knowing peace was the last thing she would find. That night, when the moon rose pale and thin, Uzuoma drank from the gourd. The taste was bitter, like ash and old sorrow. She lay down, closed her eyes, and the wind began to howl. The fire died without reason, and then she saw it, a shadow standing at the corner of her hut. "Uzuoma," it whispered, "you have fed me well." She turned, but there was no one. Pain tore through her belly, sharp and deep. She screamed. The baby twisted inside her like something fighting to break free. The neighbors came running, pounding the door, but the hut would not open. By morning, the cries had stopped. When they finally broke in, they found Uzuoma lying cold beside the hearth. The fire had burnt out, but her belly was still moving. The women screamed and ran. Only the priest dared step close. He placed his hand upon her and whispered the prayer, and as he did, something slithered out of her womb. It was not a child. It was black, slimy, with small eyes that blinked once before turning to dust. That same morning, they found Mama Nwama sitting outside her hut, smiling to herself. The gods are fed. The circle is complete. The priest confronted her. "What have you done, woman?" She looked up at him, eyes glowing faintly like dying embers. "For 30 years, I gave the gods my womb. They took my children and left me empty. Now they have returned for what was old." She rose slowly and pointed to the forest. "The blood of the unborn feeds the spirit of the forgotten.
Every child born must replace one lost. Ozioma's child was not hers to keep. The villagers seized her, bound her hands, and dragged her to the shrine. But as they reached the sacred tree, thunder split the sky. The ropes turned to ash. Mama vanished into the air, leaving only her wrapper fluttering on the ground. That night, Ezekiel buried Ozioma beside the stream. The water turned red, and the frogs stopped singing. The priest poured libation, praying for peace, but his hands shook as he spoke. For behind the trees, a voice whispered softly, the same voice that had haunted Ozioma's nights. It said, "Another will eat." From that day, every pregnant woman in Umuokwe avoided food from strange hands. They whispered Ozioma's name when they saw the old widow's hut, now empty but never quiet. Sometimes, at dusk, when the sun bleeds into the horizon, women swear they see a young mother carrying a baby made of dust, standing by the stream, watching, waiting. The elders say it is a warning. The young say it is a curse. But the truth remains. A woman's hunger can be innocent, but not every hand that feeds her means well. So when the old ones say, "Pregnant women, beware of who you eat from," listen.